Question 6. You are an engineer and it is known that your project activities or plant productions have caused an adverse health, safety and or environmental HSE impacts. To improve the HSE quality, you have to cease your project activities or plant productions for a period of time, resulting in the inability to meet the required schedules and targets. How will you handle a situations where there is a conflict between the Eng-aim regulations on professional conduct and the commercial considerations? To solve these questions, probably let us understand the scenario. You are an engineer on duty, and your project has caused health, safety and environmental impacts which cannot be ignored, and you are in the middle to decide whether to cease the project. But if the project is ceased, that leads to inability to meet the schedule or the target. Now the question is, how do you handle the situations? Or to be more specific, which is the priority, whether the professional conduct or the commercial considerations? These are some scopes that you could discuss. First, regarding the role and responsibility, liability and authority of an engineer in this project. What kind of impact or degree and consequences of these SHE impacts? And also, what are the implications, consequences and losses as a result of these SHE impacts? And what are your response, action plan, justifications and the professional conducts? These are some actions that you could consider to study, analyze and confirm the risks, investigate the severity of the situations, and also forecast the possible consequences and seek for the best solutions. You will need to seek the solutions to remedy the problem with minimal negative implications. This might involve immediate response plan to repair, to remedy, or to rectify within the schedule as possible. This may involve higher cost of constructions, which might not be claimable. And in this case, the reputations and integrity should be the utmost concern in this scenario. Of course, under these circumstances, your best option it will be total eliminations of this HSE impact while meeting the schedules and the target at the same time. This may lead to consequences of higher costs, but that could be the best solutions. Next, you need to take responsibility of the work supervised and be ready for the worst case scenario. You might also need to seek consent and approval from the employers or the parties involved on the mitigations as well as the EOT, extensions of time. If this is being overruled, you need to make aware of the dangers and implications such as the legal actions. If the delay is unavoidable, you could seek for the approval of extension of time, of course with good justifications. And should EOT is not granted, be ready with the consequences of the penalty. At all costs, you will need to avoid any dangers of death, ill health and also injury of any person. You know that ceasing the project may affect the commercial considerations. Unless there are no other options, you will have to cease the project and go for the remedy actions. This impact will be short-term, but the benefit will be in long-term, as you have maintained the highest level of professionalism, demonstrate a higher level of competency, and make justifiable decisions, abide to law, rules and regulations, and maintain good reputation in the industry, and also be faithful to your employer. Your utmost concerns, it will be the general public interest, as well as compliance to the law, and also the integrity of the professions. This is for the sustainability of the society, economic growth, and also professions. And on the personal side, you know this is the right thing to do, and you need to document the entire process as a record. And if you could share some of your experience related to the case, your commitment and course of actions, as well as the final outcomes.